This Michigan Codes online training series is funded in part by Wellcraft Egress window wells.
One of the great advantages to having a basement is that it's very economical to take storage space and turn it into living space. In fact, one of the great things that makes this basement look so good is the fact that we have natural daylight created from a window and a window well. However, if you're going to convert your storage space in a basement, you need to follow the codes. And the codes require that you have safe egress and a safe escape. Let's go meet Glenn George from Wellcraft. Hi, Glenn. How you doing?
Hello, Steve.
Wow, the amount of light that comes in through this window well, it really does make a difference in this room.
Yes, it does. This happens to be our model 2060, which is designed for a 4x4 window. And this is a polyethylene window well, which we designed 8 years ago and have brought on the market. There's no rust or decay to it, and it's excellent from freeze to thaw, no problem there. And it does stand up well to all weather conditions.
Well, I notice it even has a ladder molded into the back of it, which is nice, an easy way to get out, instead of like a rebar type ladder that oftentimes people weld up.
Right, we have a sculptured ladder which conforms to all the state codes.
Now, the steps that go back in terms of it looks aesthetic, but it's actually structural, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was all engineered and designed to do what it needs to do under any kind of soil conditions.
Walk us through the step-by-step of how you install one of these.
Well, installation is made easy from the standpoint it's all one piece. You're measuring from the center line of the window, halfway each direction, and the well is pre-drilled, so it's either applied with a wedge anchor or sleeve anchor, depending on a poured wall or cinder block wall. Once again, very important to keep measurements and follow the instructions as they say as they're written, so that we can, if you want to put a cover on it, you're able to do that.
Cover fits and matches perfectly if
Right.
it's measured right.
And measurement is on this unit is 78 inches outside to outside. Before backfilling, you want to make sure you get the tile hooked up to the footing tile. We provide in one of our units a 12 by 18 inch hole in the base of the unit for the footing tile. The other 3 units are basically without bottoms, so you can just put pea stone and then backfill with anything but clay.
So tell me about the different models that you have. It looks like you have several different models here.
Well, we have, in total, there's 4. We have one for a 3-foot casement window. We have 2 actually for 4-foot slider windows. And then we have one for a 5-foot sliding window.
And some of them are multi-pieces?
Yes, we have a 3-tier unit, which we kind of refer to as light well.
And where would you use one of those?
In a situation where you want more light and or a bigger window.
Looks like that one you could even put landscape in.
Yes, yeah, a lot of people plant flowers, any kind of shrubs, what have you.
Now, these can be used for retrofit applications too. So if I have an old basement, I'm trying to create some light and safety because I want to remodel it much like this one.
Yes, it would be like this basement not being finished, coming into a situation where there's just a block wall or a poured wall, cutting a hole and installing the well. You can see here we've taken an 8 by 16 inch vent window, installed a new egress window along with one of our wells, and taken a dark and dingy basement and made it into a very livable space.
Walk through that process. What would we like for a homeowner to experience?
Well, the process from outside, which is basically digging a hole the size you need, which can be done either by hand or a small bobcat type unit. It can be professionally cut, hand cut, or if in case it's cinder block, just basically knocking the hole out of the wall. Keeping in mind structurally you may still need more header up above to do what you want to do. And then basically frame out the window, install the window, and fasten the well to the outside in the same way we've talked about.
Hooking up for drainage?
Drainage, probably the most important thing. It definitely needs to drain away. You got to make sure that the sump pump is not close to the egress well, and also drainage from the roof as far as the e-troughs.
Don't run your gutters and downspouts into this.
Exactly.
Right? So Glenn, tell me about the features and benefits.
Well, the main benefit of poly is the fact that it is impact resistant, and also the fact we have the sculptured steps which conform to the code, and you are able with all 4 of our units to put covers on it, and the covers are UV inhibited so that sunlight won't bother them, and you're getting actually about 90% of natural sunlight through our covers. And the cover is Designed for about 300 pounds per square foot, so you don't have to worry about the fact that if you do step on it, you won't go through.
Yeah, and this cover you can actually lift up.
Yeah, the cover is hinged, can be removed for cleaning and or storing if you decide you want the cover off.
Now, I understand you can even landscape on some of these, right?
Oh yes, yeah. Landscaping is done all the way around the house, and that way you can incorporate the well right with that.
Well, Glenn, great information. Thanks for being here.
Okay, thank you, Steve.